All right, so I felt like we'd made too many treasure chests between yesterday and Friday playing Vanderfear Chord. So to this morning, we're gonna keep ourselves warm with a bit of a dumpster fire. Jace, thanks for the Twitch Prime. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate it. So we had someone submit what they called 5-color wizards, and I cleaned up the details a little bit from what they sent in, but this is still pretty tried and true to what they submitted. Notably, we have here modern staple Vedalken Aethermage, a 1/2 with flash that when it enters the battlefield, it returns target sliver to its owner's hand. And then notably, it has a mechanic called Wizard Cycling, where we can pay 3 and discard it to search our deck for a wizard and put it into our hand. So we got kind of a humans-esque mana base with fast lands, Cavern of Souls, Unclaimed Territories, and then we've got Aether Vials, and we're a base blue wizard creature deck. I assume this is going to end up feeling like a bad humans, bad spirits mashup, but we'll see. Maybe we'll manage to win some matches. The host function bug is killing me. Was here and then randomly pushed me into the guy you were hosting. Had to refresh to get back here. Third time in recent memories happened. That's really awkward. Hey, Fat Man. Can we get a timeout? Twitch. To God, thank you for the 2 months, even if it's for the 2nd time in a row. Be happy to provide you with one of Hoaglandia's finest. Morning, Anner. Modern Q's taking its sweet time. Gosh, almost 60 seconds. That's so many seconds. It's actually not that bad. I would love to play first. All right, we're gonna do a Merfolk impersonation this game. Got us a Frilled Mystic here, so we'll get to go Aether Vial on 1 into putting Cursecatcher plus Tricky Deck on turn 2. Yeah, I think it's about time for me to cut my hair. It's gotten a little bit long at this point. The pink's kind of faded. There's brown underneath. It's getting long to the point of being a little bit annoying. So probably we'll be trimming it off soon. It's been about a month. It's been a little over a month. Fetch Shock Breeding Pool, eh? This is probably the Wilderness Reclamation deck. Which means I do just want to play this out as a Grizzly Bear. They're likely not going to have creatures, so... Man, it's kind of crazy how much worse this card is than Mausoleum Wanderer. Just like, in the context of the tribe. Just like, doesn't fly, doesn't get bigger. I think I keep cranking this up. This deck goes all the way up to 4. I think if they Growth Spiral, I Cursecatcher. So that way, this Frilled Mystic has a chance to counter a Wilderness Reclamation if they have it. It's like a 1-for-1 that slows them down. Flooding a little bit here, but I did draw a copy of Horizon Canopy, so we can cycle through that, which is nice. I think I'm going to be pushing this all the way to 4. Because I've got plenty of land, so I'd kind of like to just like have my most expensive things be cheap. That's a touch of an awkward draw. So we won't put this in till next turn because I want to hold up Frilled Mystic here, obviously. I guess I don't care about Wilderness Reclamation nearly as much with the Qasali Pridemage draw, though. Push this one all the way to 4. Morning Wiggles. Morning Flab. Okay. Oh, I missed a... This card's probably not very good in this matchup. They don't have a lot of permanents. They don't have So, I know I missed a point of Exalted here. This is probably just going to eat a removal spell anyways, but I did miss a point of Exalted potentially. What's going on, Redbeard? Thanks for the 8 months. Apparently my opponent missed the can't be countered text that Moto kindly puts on the card. Dig for a 1-drop here. Ooh, wizard cycling. Morning, Marion. It also bounces a sliver. You are not wrong. All right, so who are the 4s that we can go get with our wizard cycling? We have Venser and the Master Wizard. I think I'm just gonna counter this because like they're at 9. So like this is 7, and they don't have a removal spell. They're actually dead to Naru, right? So she pumps all the boys out. No, the deck we're gonna play tomorrow is a hoot. Tomorrow we're gonna play Owling Mine. Hey, what's going on, Fonzie? Thanks for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Look at that. My opponent literally did nothing and then they died. What a weird deck. What a strange deck. Did actual nothing and then they died. Alright. Counter spells and Pridemages sound great. Sower's not particularly useful here. Dismember's not particularly useful here. Pridemage seems good. Deputies and Reflector Mages probably aren't very good. This seems reasonable. Wonder if Meddling Mage is better than this last Deputy of Detention. Yeah, Bob's definitely a little greedy. That's why there's only 2 copies. You definitely don't want to draw two of him. Yeah, I'll leave him in just in case, like a 5th Pridemage, I think. Taking the 5th, 6th Pridemage. I think taking Reclamation off the table is a pretty big deal in this matchup. I think taking Reclamation and is a pretty big deal in the matchup. How do you always play the kinds of decks that I desperately want to be good in Modern? Because lots of other people also desperately want them to be good. So they send me money to see why they're not. Is the TLDR. Easy mulligan here. Only 1 land, no vial. Yeah, this hand looks good. Perfect. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it, chat. You're a wizard, Harry. Worth noting, this hand currently lacks blue mana, so I am unable to adapt my Benthic Biomancers. Does Twitch give you metrics about what percentage of people watch on mobile, PC, game console? Yeah, I believe so. I believe that is a metric in my dashboard. Hey, Crimson, thanks for checking in for the 13th month. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good Tuesday wherever you're at. Definitely pushing this Aether Vial up here. Hoping to pick up a land next turn. Definitely pushing that up. Steam Flogger, 20 months. Nothing but modern staples here. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one. There's no reason to put this in right now, right? Because I'm attacking for 2 regardless, so there's no reason to like get ahead on the Exalted trigger. I wonder if I'm supposed to aggressively cycle this Horizon Canopy trying to hit a blue source. I feel like that's not unreasonable. It's also like I want to hit my 3rd land, so maybe I'm supposed to hold it. Because Qasali Pridemage is a wizard. It's a mage. It has a mage is in its name, chat. Yep. Morning, Admiral. I'm going to go ahead and drop this into play now, though. All right, there's a Naru. This is a tribal deck with weak synergies. Is what this deck is trying to do. It's a tribal deck with weak synergies. Weak synergies. Huh. I think I'm actually just binning the Aethermage here. I don't have mana to cycle it, and like the rest of my cards are like pretty relevant and reasonable. They're down to 10. Part of me feels like I'm supposed to click them, but if they have like Reclamation and they put it into play, I kind of don't want that to happen. Mystical Teachings. All right, let's see what they're getting here. They get like a sweeper. I might just click them now. Echoing Decay. Let's not do that. I would like to get rid of your Echoing Decay. Go. They have a couple of removal spells here, so they could pick apart the squad a little bit. Yeah, someone else mentioned they had a similar bug the other day. It's good to know restarting fixes it. It's good to know they still had to leave cards like Logic not in post board. Yeah, I assume they gotta get rid of the Pridemage right now. Really? Okay. I think I'm pushing this to 4. Nah, my deck names tend to be more descriptive than that, Scouty. Yeah, triggering Revolt doesn't seem too relevant. He's dead, Jim. Did I just pass priority again here? I think I just passed priority again here. Actually, I'm gonna put Naru into play. I wouldn't mind getting a land here. Because if I get a land, I can activate my Biomancer and still Pridemage. So like if they trophy Naru, they're like not trophying my Vial, and that's good for me. So they do this, which gets me an island out of my deck. And it lets me do this while still having Pridemage active. So I'm going to take 7 down to 3. Frilled Mystic. That sounds excellent. I'm going to bin this Biomancer. Say Blue Sun Zenith, Logic Knot, and then 2 cards I don't know. They're drawing a third. Let's get rid of that one. You know, I probably should have killed that on my turn because I knew I was going to do it anyways. And now I've enabled Revolt for their Fatal Push. So, like, if they have Snap Push here, they get to Snap Push my Vendilion Clique. So, yeah, that was a bad line. I should have Pridemage that on my turn before I passed them. I used Pulse of Marasa to stay alive there. It's going to say always no, always yield. It's going to stay at 4. Another Nimble Obstructionist. This is pretty good. Scouty, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. I think back to basic would be sweet in Modern. Format's full of misery. Might as well pile it on a little higher. What you doing, opponent? What you got going on over there, huh? Nah, stop it, Admiral. Modern's the format of non-games. Don't pretend we can fix it. Just lean into it. Nice logic knot. It's really good against my Aether Vial Cavern of Souls deck. Easy 2-0. Obviously, this is the best Aether Vial deck in the format. You heard it here first. Get your Naru Meha Master Wizards now. This is too many Aether Vials. Think I got a mulligan this one. Do I have to? I think I do. One of these was a Horizon Canopy. I'd probably snap it off. I think I keep this one because I have the Horizon Canopy. Hopefully they're not a Path to Exile deck because that means I have both my basics in my hand. It would be not ideal. Venser. I think I want to try and find a 2. Elves. Okay. I'm doing swell, Doc Prof. It is a wonderful Tuesday in the neighborhood. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my Tuesday? Won't you be? Do 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 do. Aw, man. Those cards do the same thing, but they have different names, chat. It's like cheating. I think we're about to learn that we're the inferior tribe here. Yep. Yep. Show me your payoff. Show me your payoff. You have no payoff. Yeah, they're bringing the new Mulligan rule to Moto shortly before the next Mythic Championship, so people can test on it. You're a wizard, Harry. Alright. Now, if they had a collected company, they would have cast it. They had mana to cast it. They had one floating when they cast the Elvish Mystic. So the Pendlehaven lets them attack, because whichever one I block, they get to Pendlehaven, and then I take 3. They draw 3-drop? Why didn't they attack with this? It's weird. Alright, that's an Aether Mage. So I could go get another Deputy of Detention. Any plans for streaming Moto when that happens? I stream Moto every day, Admiral. Every day. Before the new set releases on Magic Arena, I plan to do a few Moto only days that week. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before it releases on Arena on Thursday, I'm gonna do all Moto days. So what do I want to do with this Aether Mage? I think I'm just passing for now. All right, so we're gonna pump these up. Yeah, they could have Cord. They could have. I'm gonna leave this on 2 for now because I have the Spellstutter Sprite, but I'm gonna push this one to 4. Because Aether Mage is gonna get Frilled Mystic, and we'll Frilled Mystic whatever their spell is here. Don't you want a toolbox? Don't you want a toolbox? Oh, the Spellstutter Sprite's real bad. I'm excited to have Staticaster postboard though. Staticaster postboard's gonna be real good. Please attack me with everything. Rats. Roger, thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. I would like this one, please. One of your finest Arc Druids, please. Yoink. We might actually just beat them with, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna leave that on 2 for now so I can just cast this for 3. We might just kill them in the air. Can we still buy all MTGO streams? Yeah, I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. I'm pretty backed up. We're gonna do all MTGO streams Thursday, Friday this week. I'm gonna do 2 or 3 leagues on those days, depending on how I'm feeling and how they go. I think Thursday I'm having lunch with Christy, so I don't know how long we'll go on that day. So the Arc Druid doesn't actually block that well here because they have Pendlehaven. I wonder if there was merit to Nimble Obstructionisting the Elvish Warrior trigger there. I think I'm just saying always no to these and then always yield. because, like, most of my 3s have flash. So leaving these on 2/4 seems makes sense when I have plenty of mana. Hey, Trax, thanks for the host. I mean, they're just dead in 3 in the air here, right? So it's like hoping they can't kill us before we kill them. This can't get Pendelhaven, so if they attack with the Dwinnen's Elite, I'll trade the Archdruid for it. And then this will bounce off of whatever they want to Pendelhaven. What did we draw that we're not attacking with everything? Seems like a weird attack. Does not, I mean, it's not core. Oh, they drew Company. It's the 5 mana that was catching me up. Because it's not cored for 3, because they would leave 1 more back. But, like, is it not Collected Company either? Because they didn't pull the trigger before damage there. It could have been cored for Clan Caller. Yeah, that's an okay read. Well, I'm pretty sure I just attack for 6 here and then hope I get another turn to kill them. I just have nothing, huh? Wild. Deputy of Detention was great here. Between Deputy and Staticaster, we probably have a lot of play in this matchup. Just Dismembers and Staticasters in. Sprite seems bad. Nimble Obstructionist, it doesn't seem great, but I guess it's fine. It's just something that attacks. Cursecatcher seems a little mediocre. I feel like I just want Grizzly Bears rather than Cursecatchers. Is that unreasonable? Do I just, like, want 2/2s in my deck? I think I just want 2/2s in my deck. What does my curve actually look like here? Maybe I try my Dark Confidant just because my health total is going to be under duress on this matchup and I have a lot of 3s and 4s. Yeah, honestly, it's probably both Bobs out. I'm going to leave a Cursecatcher in. Oh, yeah, I'm going to leave a Dispel. I'm bringing a Dispel. Seems fine. The land of 1/1s, the Grizzly Bear reigns supreme. I agree. Grizzly Bear seems fantastic. These wizards are about to show elves why you need to hit the gym, right? I think this is fine. I get to Dismember. So like they go Accelerant, and then like they play a good 3, and then I get to Dismember their 3. And then I get to play Pridemage, and then I have Wizard cycling for... Then I have Wizard cycling to go get a Staticaster. It's a pretty good start. If they have a Lord next turn, we're going to be in trouble. Alright, we got take one draw at Deputy Detentions before we're dead. Get it, got it, good. I mean, Deputy Detention would have pulled us right back in there, right? We had 4 draws there to make that eligible. If we'd have been on the play chat, we'd have had time to cycle the Vedalken Aethermage to find the Deputy Detentions, and then we'd have been A-okay. We were just unlucky because we were on the draw. Just the gosh darned unluckiest. Sure. Coin when, right? Need more keens. Need more keens. Alright, one of your finest Dismembers, please. Nimble Obstructionist. Yeah, I think that one's just getting discarded. You say what the Abzan Hero pros and cons are. If you check out my article from last link on Cool Stuff Inc., I talk all about the deck, including a sideboard guide. And I go through things I like, things I didn't like. Not many meaningful 2s here, right? I'm just gonna pass. Yeah, I'm not blocking, might as well attack. I could, like, go get Meddling Mage and play Meddling Mage, but I think that's not quite where I want to be in life. Hopefully they just, like, put more Arc Druids into play here. And then we get to get Deputy Detention and clean them all up. Do I have a guide from a green-red deck? I do not. So they must have a collected company here. So I'd really like to draw Staticaster for the turn. Okay. Well. Well, if we draw Staticaster for the turn, this game's pretty over. Oh, I just go, I can't get Sower here, because if I get Sower, I can't cast it yet, because the Vial's only going to 3. I think the Abzan Hero deck is a very reasonable Magic the Gathering deck. Send him to detention. Have another Aether Mage here. Sure. Sure. So that gives my Staticaster its first target. You have a gut shot that's going to make me sad here? Or is it just a free attack, so you're making it? No, Thursday, Friday are the Magic Online days. Because then I think Invitational is going on those days. I'm going to leave this on 3 for now. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this now before they get to untap and activate it. So I'm going to attack first in case they go to trade all the druids, then flash in Deputy. Nah, I don't think so. They know the Deputy's there. They saw it. Alright, so if they don't find another Lord here, this game is over. Oh. Sure. Kind of surprised they killed the Staticaster rather than getting their Lord back, but sure. I'll take it. We're still a little bit ahead at the moment, but that can quickly change. Shaman of the Pack, sure. So I'm going to 14. I have the board fairly stabilized here. The fact that I have another Biomancer means that any lands that I draw, we get to cycle through, which is nice. Can also cycle through that. Well. Now we play the waiting game. Alright, so I'm going to play this out and start attacking for 3 with these Biomancers. Trickster's a pretty okay draw because it means, like, if they draw a Lord for the turn, I'll be able to... Weird triple block. I guess they're worried about, like, a Lord here. Oh, God! Oh, I misclicked. I wanted to order the Shaman of the Pack first, but the Moto... It's been a while since I've done the multiple blockers interface on Moto. That was a mistake. So I had intended to kill Shaman of the Pack plus 1 Heritage Druid there, but that wasn't how it worked out. Alright, I think I'm going to push these to 2 and 4 now. So, the Pendelhaven draw actually means they can trade these 1-for-1 for these, so I don't really want to make that exchange. They're hoping to draw a Flying Threat at this point before they draw a Lord. Dispel gives us a little bit of insurance against some of their better draws, so that's nice. Especially considering they boarded in things like Trophy, so they have other ways to kill my Deputy, most likely. Hopefully they're sandbagging lands and not action. Azuri. Yikes. That's really good. So need a Dismember or a Deputy here, or an Aether Mage. Turn off. So I actually want to push this 1 to 3 now, so that way if I draw Aether Mage, I can cycle it and go get a 3-drop. I probably should have done that last turn actually too. Push this to 3. Well, that's really good. We're doing this now because I don't want them to pump the team next turn. You've been bad. Please come see the principal. Never put some regeneration shields on things. That's fine. Yeah, they've said they never plan to bring Modern to Arena. Oh, they've said on their current roadmap there are no plans to bring Modern to Arena. I mean, to be fair, that wasn't even our best draw. Sower of Temptation was our best draw. So for people acting like I drew the best thing we could draw, I'd like you to calm down for a second. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's incredibly unlikely that this format ever comes to Arena. The money to work ratio just doesn't seem favorable for making that happen. Evening Full Metal. This is actually a good draw because it means well, that's annoying. It insulates me from their next Archdruid or Lord effect, which is nice. No, I don't think so, Psycho Smurf. This is the same reason I'm not attacking on these turns, because of this Pendelhaven here. Oh, I guess they didn't have Pendelhaven last turn. I don't know, I kind of just want to wait till I, like, draw a Naru or something else that's useful. I guess this isn't that big of a deal, because I have the Pridemage here, just, like, waiting to trade for it. Izzet Staticaster, sure. I guess they don't really care about the vials at this point. Now I'm gonna always know both of these and then always yield. Another Deputy of Detention. So that's really good. I think I'm gonna start getting a little aggressive here now. Kinda need to work my way through their stuff. Go. What's my preferred point for New Modern Start in Arena? I hope they just put in as many sets as possible at this point. Before this most recent set, I was kind of hoping they would start at Ixalan with the current standard format that we have, but the current standard format with the addition of Wilderness Reclamation is just kind of rancid, so I really kind of hope that they just go back as far as possible. Are we winning? I think we're actually winning at this point. I think we're, like, solidly ahead with the cards in our hand. What are your thoughts on Green Red Page winning the GP in Japan, beating out Sultai? Put the swords by Green Red aggro in the queue tomorrow. I'm playing 74. The Sudova cards won the GP. I actually haven't looked at the GP list, so I'm not super informed. I'm just gonna hang tight for a minute. This gives them 3 mana, but they basically have arbitrary amounts of mana anyways, so them having 3 more doesn't really matter. End step will flash in the Nimble Obstructionist, and then, like, be in a pretty good spot from there. Twin Ends Elite, sure. By waiting to show them that I have the removal spell, it might induce them to make bad attacks at some point. I wonder how they will try to sell us the older packs. They will just put the packs in the store just like the packs we have now. Which is part of the reason there's a good chance they do that. Because, like, they already have those sets programmed. So, like, they can just sell us packs that they already have programmed. So it's just, like, making extra money for not a lot of extra work. It's all about time spent to money made. Those are the ratios that matter. Well, yeah, that's why it makes sense to include Kaladesh Ebok, because they already have those sets programmed. So the Nimble Obstructionist could put them in a spot where they kind of have to attack here. Nope, they don't feel like that's the case. Steal. All right. Well, clearly, Wizards is a superior tribe to Elves, as we now have empirical evidence to show. Morning, Swartz. Yeah, I believe that animations are the real bottleneck, especially with something like Magic, where you need like ones for all the mythics and the rares with like what they're doing. It's a lot of animation time. And like people say like, well, then you just don't have animations, but having animations is what makes it a video game. So like if you're not gonna have the animations, you might as well just play Magic Online. It was a long match, you're not wrong. Don't you feel like the new wizards from Standard have helped push this archetype? I think push is the wrong, and this might be in like an actually or splitting hairs, but like, I think push is a strong word because like, in order to push something, you have to like have something to begin with. So yeah, I feel like the new cards like made it a thing. I don't think it was a thing before to push really though. That sounds fine. No Aether Vial, but like good spells. I'm gonna lead on Cursecatcher to start. Eternal Life, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good one. Ooh, where's my events? Seen a lot of MPL players with very strong opinions on best of one format over best of three for competitive play. Do you think there are bad faith actors because of their contact with Wizards, or is my tinfoil hat on too tight? Your tinfoil hat's probably on pretty tight there. I think it's natural to be apprehensive because change is scary. I also think, for myself personally, I feel like best of one gives me less agency than I have in best of three with sideboards. So that's why I personally prefer best of three with sideboards. And this is, again, when I talk about things like this is talking about my experience. This is not saying my experience is reflective of the experience of everybody else who works with Wizards of the Coast, but from my small amount of talking with Wizards of the Coast, it seems like not so much that they want people to specifically push things that they like, so much as they were upset with me that I was talking about things I didn't like, that they felt occasionally painted Magic in a negative light. So it's not that people that work with them are like forced to promote things that they don't actually like. So if people are saying they like things, I think there's a very good chance they genuinely like those things. So much as it's like it seems like there's pushback from Wizards to not talk about things that are bad if they're bad. And like there's repercussions for you as being an associated content producer if you're, at least that's from my understanding that they talk to me. Like when they talk to me, the person I talked to explicitly referenced a tweet that I made saying I was disappointed with the change that they had done with Magic Arena. So like they were upset that I had said I was disappointed with something that they did. Maybe I'm supposed to Cursecatcher that. I think I'm supposed to Cursecatcher that. I have no idea why my subscription is split for my anniversary. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know either. And maybe my experience, maybe my experience is outside of the norm. You know, maybe the other people don't have that experience with them, but that was my experience with them. I would actually bet money that we're probably going to see more white aggro than red aggro this weekend at the Mythic Championship thing. I think I'm actually going to cast this as a 1/2 because if I hit lands, I'm going to have plenty of cards to play out here. Oh, do we think I should cast this Dark Confidant? What do we think, chat? No gamble, no future. I'm guessing the Dark Confidant. This Dark Confidant's going to draw us lands, okay? I believe. Can we donate to have you buy cosmetics and use them? Yes, I will be. People are asking about cosmetics for tomorrow. I will explicitly accept donations to pick up specific cosmetic items, but I probably won't be buying any myself. If there's a specific sleeve I like, I'll probably pick up that sleeve, but as far as like specific animated cards, I'm not going to be spending my own money on those. Ha ha! Bob's got our back, chat. Bobby! Alright, they have a Rift Bolt on suspend, so our odds of winning this game are basically 0, but they're not actually 0, so let's see if we continue to get lucky. It's whatever at this point. Alright, so believe it or not, I'm going to board Dark Confidant out. Sower's going to board out. Dismember's probably not great either. I'm going to bring in my 4 counter spells, and my Pride Mages seem fine, and Meddling Mage seems fine. Venser's a bit slow. These Aether Mages are probably just too slow. Let's cut 2 of those. This seems reasonable. Greatness at any cost. But to be fair, Bob didn't hurt us. Bob was solidly on our team, and I appreciate him. What do you think the odds of Caracas and Show and Tell are showing up in Modern Horizons? Caracas is possible. I'd be pretty surprised if Show and Tell was a thing. That one would kind of surprise me. After a couple of longer games, we might have a quick death here. All right, you're a wizard, Harry. I'm gonna pass for now. We are playing Modern Staple 5-color Wizard, Scooter. Nah, I don't really want to try and block. I think the odds of them not having an instant sorcery are, like, incredibly low. It honestly might have been right to, like, play and pop the Biomancer on my turn, just so they can't kill it in response to the Adept trigger. They brought in Path to Exile. Yeah, that seems okay. That seems good for me. Monsters of Steel. What's a Monster of Steel, Inner? Naru plus Deputy of Detention might actually be pretty good here. So, Vedalken Aethermage. Merfolk Trickster removes prowess, right? It does not. That doesn't remove bonuses they already have. Does it remove the bonuses from prowess? Like, I know it takes prowess off the card, but if it already has bonuses, it doesn't get rid of those, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and Wizard Cycle this. And I'm going to get Trickster, and I'm going to Tricky Dick the Swift Spirit enter combat here. Yeah, they're layers, right? And then next turn, I can Deputy the Swift Spear plus Naru, which is nice. Am I getting Searing Blaze? Morning, what's going on, Kennedy? Good morning. And crank this one up to 3. Another Trickster. All right, I'm going to hold on to Naru for now. I think I want to hold on to Naru as a surprise getcha, basically, for when they try to bolt my Deputy of Detention here, which I think is likely. If they bolt or blaze Deputy. So I'm going to do this at enter combat to try and induce a mistake. So I'm going to Deputy now, so that way they try and kill this and get it back, and then we can play the Naru out. If they have double targeted removal, I'm going to be sad here, but if they just have single burn spell, we'll be a-okay here. No worries, Anner. We're pathing that. That's rude. Well, the path says to me they probably don't have another removal spell or a burn spell, so I'm just going to go ahead and jam Naru and start attacking. Or they just had a bunch of paths, got it. I'm going to push this to 4, just in case we draw 4. I'm not going to attack here because I don't want them to block and then pump their thing up. Just going to Trickster and enter combat again here. I feel like this game is oddly close considering they've only drawn 3 lands, but I guess that is in part to the fact that they drew 2 Path to Exiles that aren't very good against us. Or weren't killing us. Like if these paths had each dealt 3 damage, we'd have died, right? Because if Path Bolt would have gone to our dome, we'd be dead right now. Should probably always know. Always yield to this. Alright, Dispel's a good one. This Nimble Obstructionist is hopefully going to trade with this Swift Spear inside of combat next turn. So if they have 2 instants that they can cast here, this block is going to go sideways for me, but I think it's important I try and take this off the table and just race with my Tricksters. Do you have a searing blaze, a searing blaze, a searing blaze? Do you have a searing blaze to make me very sad? Do you have 2 instants, 2 instants, 2 instants? I think they have 2 instants, and I'll be very sad. That worked out fine. I think I want to hold on to this Dispel for like Boros Charm or various other scary things that are instants, Helix, Deflecting Palm, stuff like that. Poor Anner. I do remember that one. This is the downside, not using the Dispel there, is if they draw a bunch of sorceries, I do just die. Hoping for like a Negate here or another Cursecatcher. So we need 2 more. We need 2 combat steps here after this one. Naru or the Wizard Cycler are lethal next turn. So we're hoping they don't draw a sorcery speed card to kill us. I think I leave back a Cursecatcher on this attack so I don't die to a Goblin Guide off the top. Spellstutter Sprite's not a terrible draw. Then it slays us against Lava Spike, so it's like Rift Bolt that kills us at this point. We are looking like a Merfolk deck this game. Don't Rift Bolt me, friendo. Yay, didn't get Rift Bolted. Alright, yeah, I think I'm happy with our sideboarded. Hope to get a little bit lucky for the 3rd game. Oh, that's true, Beetle. If they had Rift Bolt and they don't have another basic. I think this hand was a keep. Maybe it's not because it's 3 Seachrome Coasts. The people in chat discussing the number of basics, nobody in chat was saying they guaranteed to have they only have 2 basics, that they likely have 2 basics. They were simply pointing out the correct fact that they needed to have a 3rd basic in order to kill me with the Rift Bolt there, which is a fine thing to point out. If they have a Searing Blaze here, I'm going to be sad because they'll blaze this Sprite in response to the trigger, then the Lightning Bolt won't get countered. The person that pointed out the thing about basic count was simply pointing out if they cast Rift Bolt, I shouldn't concede. I should instead make them show me that they have another basic, which is true. It's a correct line of thinking. I'm doing well, Blaze. Life is swell. Life is wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday in the neighborhood. So I only have islands in my mana base, so this can't go get green mana for us, unfortunately. How much time is left in this league? I don't know. Another match or so. Is this match number 3? We'll probably play a 4th. You're a wizard, Harry. We did just get Magma Jetted. Opponent's playing Burn with some interesting selection in it. I mean, I think Chain Whirler will be relevant because it's just a good card. We would like to draw a Cavern or an Unclaimed Territory here so we can cast this Frilled Mystic. Am I dead? So it doesn't matter. It looks like I'm dead. Yeah. Scry 2 is basically a Brainstorm. Yeah, those things are the same. They're identical. Well, to set a bar that's low, the fact that we started this league 2-0 means I can definitely stamp exceeds expectations on this one. Got to beat up Sultai Reclamation in the first match, and we ran pretty well against Elves in the second. Deputy of Detention is also just very good against Elves. They don't have a lot of removal. It's basically a piece of multiple removal all in one card. Noble Hierarch should be a wizard. It's like it's a druid. Yeah, I would say it has some other job. It's not a wizard. It's wizard adjacent though. Yeah, right? The fact that Cavern of Souls and Horizon Canopy are just infinite dollars. I don't like to put anything other than water in my sippy bottles, so when I drink tea in the morning, I drink it just out of the tea bottle. Druids are basically nature wizards. Yeah, exactly. Beetle gets it. Dark Slickshore Serum Vision, statistically Ad Nauseam, could also be a brew of some sort. The useful information we glean from them playing a fast land is that they're not playing Shadow, because Shadow wants lands that deal damage to it. Yeah, Dryad is a species, like Ogre or Elf or Human. And then Druid's a job, like Wizard, Monk, Cleric, etc. Temple of Enlightenment, strongly indicates that they are playing Ad Nauseam. Dismember doesn't have a text box here, but Deputy of Detention likely does. This matchup's probably not that bad for us. We have a lot of really annoying creatures for them. It's not a job, it's a career, Mom. To set a low bar, this deck exceeded my expectations. We're currently 2-1. Hoping to draw a land next turn so we can send this Pentad Prism to detention. Although the two Cursecatchers in play do mean that we shouldn't be dead next turn, unless they have a whole pile of Spirit Guides. Second Naru, that's basically a land. Very, very similar. It's land adjacent, really. No, there's no Meddling Mages in our main deck. Meddling Mage gets a lot less good when you don't have something like Kitesail Freebooter when you don't have something like Kitesail Freebooter or a pile of Reflector Mages. Happy birthday, Seth. Ooh. Play another Prism. Yeah. You ready to get him? You ready to get him? Paging Pentad Prism. Please come to the principal's office. Paging Pentad Prism. Please come to the principal's office. I think I'm actually supposed to just leave this on 3 as well until I play this other deputy out. Yep, yeah, the deputy permanently gets rid of the prisms because it takes the charge counters off them. So even if they did have a way to remove the deputy, their prisms are basically useless. They only count towards the city's blessing or metalcraft. There's no new tech for Ad Nauseam. Modern's just a format where people play the deck that they like playing, regardless of how big of a dumpster fire it is. It's why it's a format where it's pointless to metagame. You just show up with a deck that you like playing that's somewhat proactive. Malorus, thanks for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die. Rats. I'm going to say no on this, which feels bad if we draw a land, but I want to guaranteed put Deputy into play this turn. That one. Give me that one. I did not shoot the sheriff, but the deputy shot the Phyrexian on live. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Listen, I'm just working with the improv that I'm dealt, okay? I'm just working. Not all songs rhyme, Mattman. It's not. This is not the rhyming is the lowest hanging of fruit, okay? Please die. Please die. Please die. Yay! They died. Yay! Morning, dude light. Alright, so we get to get these Witch members out of my deck, get to get Reflector Mage out of my deck, Sower of Temptation out, Pridemage, Meddling Mage, Dispel, and Negate all come in here. Old Tricky Dick probably isn't particularly useful, huh? Spellstutter Sprite, also not fantastic. The rest of this seems reasonable. You're like the Weird Al of Magic content. I try. There are 0 copies of Faithless Looting between these two decks. Are you sure you're playing Modern? Yeah, Sprite hits Bloom, but I think that's pretty narrow. I think it's worse than all the other cards I have right now. Morning, Sip the Jack. This deck's like this really awkward Fairy Spirits decks. That's true. It does hit cantrips. What do I wanna trim? I'm gonna trim 2 Aether Mages. They're a little slow. Kitchen table modern, so no Faithless Looting. Deck only costs $1,200, so it's a budget deck. Yep. Nimble Obstructionist doesn't really impact the win condition, no. Chalice of the Void hits Angel's Grace. Don't undersell my boy Chalice of the Void. This hand needs a Vial or a land to cast Qasali Pridemage, but the rest of it's very good, so we're definitely keeping. Perfect. Never didn't have it, etc., etc. Go. We'll play Pridemage and attack for 2 next turn. And we'll play Meddling Mage. He gets to start holding up Dispel. It's very exciting, chat. It's exciting stuff, really. Yeah, I agree, Edmain. Our tools line up really well into what the opponent's doing. We are 2-1, and we are up a game in this 4th match. Yeah, to set a bar that's low, this deck has solidly met the exceeds expectation stamp. Are you excited to get your Fairy Cursecatcher in Modern Horizons? Gosh, I hope so. Mopey pile of tutus, assemble. To me, to me. What are we naming with Mage? Ad Nauseam? And we just have to, like, dodge Bontus and Damnation. Alright, this knocks him to 15, which means we have a 3-turn clock with a bunch of disruption in play here, so your move, Yugi boy, this is all we got. Please don't show me a Reckoning. Need untapped land Reckoning or Spirit Guide Reckoning, but, you know. You know. Sure. Playing this out implies that they don't currently have a sweeper, Because if they had a sweeper, they wouldn't play this out into it, because now this trades for that. I'm going to draw a step, click them, and kind of get a lay of the land, see what's up here. Double Angel's Grace, Path to Exile, Serum Visions. I think I just leave them with all of these, huh? Just like, nah, that's fine, you can keep them. The best Vendilion Cliques are the ones where you're like, nah, I can beat that. Keep it. But I went top, bottom. They're not choked on mana, so could it be correct to take Serum, giving them less looks? Yeah, maybe. How does that end up working out? So here's a reason not to take the Serum Visions. If I click them into Damnation, if I click them into exactly Damnation, it works out poorly for me. Because then they have a 5th mana and can cast Damnation through Cursecatcher. So I think it's right to play around Damnation. The fact that they're at 2 now, meaning 1 hit from this Nimble Obstructionist is lethal, is a big deal. So you have double Angel's Grace and then a couple cards I don't know. How about you stay out of my hand? Thanks. Ooh, that's a good one. We're not quite in garbage time, so like I don't really want to trade my Pridemage for this Phyrexian Unlight, or for the Clique, or the Meddling Mage, but if I don't attack with one of these, they don't have to use an Angel's Grace this turn. So like, if I want to get an Angel's Grace out of them, I have to give up my Mage, or my Pride, or my Metal. I have to give up one of my 2 things. I don't think that's worthwhile. I think I just attack like this, they trade clicks, they go to 1. I also shouldn't have played the Cursecatcher out. Why are these Angel's Gracing? Alright, well they messed up. They shouldn't have Angel's Grace there, they weren't dying. No, they have Angel's Grace, so they wouldn't die. Angel's Grace means they don't die. Alright, well. 3 and 1 solidly exceeds expectations. You know, this deck doesn't have any of the combo style finishes that we talk about being really good in Modern, but one thing that I would like to highlight And we've kind of seen this in Bant Spirits, and I've really felt like it in the... I felt this way in the Vanasphere core deck that we've been playing. Deputy of Detention seems really sweet in Modern as a whole. Like, I know that there's a lot of lightning bolts in this format, but a lot of the decks that you want to shove Deputy into have infinite creatures that they need to kill. And Deputy of Detention is a really flexible, like, removal spell to clean up a lot of different things. People are asking about the number of matches that we're playing. So remember, the minimum number of matches that I play with any deck that's submitted is 2. And outside of that, I am playing decks for a specific amount of time. So we've been playing this deck for just over 90 minutes. So 60 to 90 minutes is my general target for the amount of matches that I play with a given deck. So we played 4 matches there in 90 minutes, which is about expectations, regardless of standard, modern, or other. I'm trying to get a more consistent timing so people know what to expect. So we're going to be moving along to standard here up next.